All right, if you were absent, I accidentally forgot to record the lesson today in class, so this is just a quick overview of the notes. So if you weren't here or needed to come back and look at something, these were our notes that we took on September 3rd. And so we were talking about number line basics, and there were three main rules for creating number lines. So first is that there are two different types of number lines. Number lines can either be horizontal, so meaning left and right, or they can be vertical, up and down. So to give you a real world example for a second, a horizontal number line, that would be kind of like a football field. So like if I have a football field and I've got 50-yard line in the middle, and then like on either side it kind of mirrors, right? It's like 40 one direction versus 40 the other direction. So that's like an example of a horizontal number line. A vertical number line would be like a thermometer when you're measuring the temperature outside, and going up the numbers get bigger, going down they get smaller. So if we're talking about a horizontal number line, positive numbers are going to go to the right, negative numbers are going to go to the left. In addition to that, numbers going to the right are going to get bigger, numbers to the left are going to get smaller. But for a vertical number line, positive numbers are going to be up, negative numbers are going to be down. So numbers will get bigger going up and smaller going down. Okay. The other thing to remember with number lines is scale. Scale tells you what the number line is counting by. So the scale might include 0 if you're talking about positive and negative numbers, but it doesn't have to necessarily. It depends on what part of the number line you're looking at. So like our number line here, for example, doesn't have 0, but that's okay. But the scale that the number line below is counting by, if you notice, it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's counting by 2. So the scale of this number line would be 2. And notice how it stays the same, right? It doesn't jump from 2, 4, then 5, then 8, then 10, right? It stays the same. It has to count by the same number consistently. That's what a scale does. The last thing to know about a number line is that when we plot numbers on the number line, you must do two things. You must put a dot on the number line and label that number above it. So we have a number line. It already has a scale on it for us. It's counting by ones, and it happens to have 0 in the middle, positives to the right, negatives to the left. It doesn't always have to look like that, but that's what ours looks like right now. And so we want to plot the number -3. So to do that, I'm going to take my dot, and I know that -3 is 3 spaces to the left of 0, so I'm going to put my dot on -3. But I have to also label it above because the numbers on the bottom are just my scale. I don't need all those numbers. I just want to know where -3 is. So I'm going to put -3 above, so that way I know that's the number I plotted, and so not to confuse it with my scale. So those are your number line basics. Again, if you weren't in class, the homework today was just to do extra math. Make sure you've done it 3 times. If you're not sure how many you need to do, please feel free to email me and I can tell you. But other than that, that was the only homework. The other thing was that tomorrow you'll want to use those number line notes to help you complete the number line practice that'll be posted in Google Classroom. And there will be 7 slides, but you need to just choose 4 of them to do, okay? And check with the answer key and click turn in. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Otherwise, have a great day.